Hey friends, it is Tracy, it is Friday, and I am back for Savings Challenge Day. I have been in full moving mode, and it is a combination of being exhausted, physically in pain. My muscles hurt so bad just from lifting and moving, and I literally get in bed and I feel like I'm like moaning and groaning just to like roll over, and my back is cracking along the way like it is something else. I had every intention of doing a Wednesday video this week, but it did not work out. It just did not work out. So hopefully next week I can get back on track. Things are starting to get settled in, and so I feel like my capacity is getting better. But I do like to stay true to doing my savings challenge video every single week, so I did not want to miss this one. All right, so we have our $180 every single week. I budget $180 to go towards my savings challenges. These are tools that I use in the budgeting community to save money throughout the year. Let's make sure I have the 180 first. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80. So $180, yay. Of that, we pull aside $80 to go towards these larger savings challenges. These ones I am gonna have to work on all year round. We are halfway through the year. I'm about halfway through the savings. We do $40 into our Save 2025 in 2025 and $40 into our Monstrous Book of Savings. So of that $180, I have $100 left that'll go towards all of my other savings challenges. We do set that aside for now because we're gonna do the big guys first. And these have just always been the perfect saving amount for me, is to do about a $2,000 savings challenge. Anything above that for my budget gets really hard. And so I have attempted in the past to do like a $5,000 or some mega challenge. And it's A, too much pressure for me, and B, just, I don't know, it's overwhelming. I can't meet the goals, and I want to be successful. So I have to pick a number that I know I can be successful at. And $2,000 challenges seem to be the sweet spot for me. Yes, I'm working on 2 of them at once. So by the end of the year, I should have 4,000, but it feels better to me knowing that they're split into mini 2,000 versus everything going to one mega. I don't know why the psyche works, okay? But these are the 2 that I'm doing. And we already start off with this one, so we are gonna keep doing that. And I have 2 20s, so $40. To go towards this one, I am going to load my calculator with $40, and I will subtract the amounts along the way. Because the full amount goes into the envelope, we don't need to save 1s, 5s, blah, blah, blah. This book is from Craft Co Budgets. Absolutely love the whole styling of it, the vibe. I don't know, it just is cool to me. So let's go to the page. Yes, you saw me pass the $1, and here's a $2. This is like my catch-all pages, so I go back to those when I need to kind of close out my $40 where there's no risk for an IOU. All right, so here we're going to scratch on the left side. We got a $5, so we'll subtract 5. With my new setup, I do have a new desk, and I'm realizing that because it's a sit-stand desk, it is shaking a little bit when I scratch. So please tell me if this is too overwhelming for you. I knew this could be a potential issue, but I love having the idea of being able to stand throughout the day. And so hopefully I'll try to keep my scratching to a minimum so that it's not too obnoxious. 5. Okay, so we have 22 left. So now we're gonna kind of go over here because these are set amounts and I wanna see how far I can get. We did purple. So I kind of want to, let's finish off this first row. So 4, 3, and 2. So we have 13 left. So let's do this 8, and we have a 5. So let's do the 5. Okay, so now we did our full $40, which is amazing. Yeah. So part of fun for moving for me has been trying to get internet, which was also part of the reason why I didn't record this week. I was exhausted. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't have capacity. But had I had capacity and wanted to try to make it work, I still did not have internet. So where I moved to, I had, in the past I always had like Comcast internet, Xfinity, I'm sure it's maybe named something different depending on where you live. I have no idea. They kind of have a monopoly, those cable internet companies. We're adding a $40 into here. And where I'm living at now, there was an option to do fiber, and I've always been just curious about it because depending on where I'm at with my videos, if my upload speeds, so I record a video for you guys, I have to download it onto my phone. So I just record on my phone, I download it into my files, and then I upload it to YouTube. And depending on what service you have, the upload stage can either be super fast and quick, or it can be slow and painful. And I have always had pretty good luck with my internet package that I have chosen, but I was curious with the fiber speeds if it would somehow do better, because when I've uploaded while I've been like traveling or out and about, it is so painfully slow. There's nights where I'm sitting there 1, 2 o'clock refreshing it just to try to get it to load so that I can post for my normal 5 a.m. And I did not want to do that, so I'm trying a new thing. We'll see how it goes, but let's count the money first. 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So 1,100, 20, 40, 61. So $1,161 is saved so far in this one. But for whatever reason, signing up for this fiber has been a semi-nightmare, but not, I wouldn't classify it as like nightmare level, but it hasn't been easy. So the previous owner had fiber, which is why I was tempted to continue with fiber because it's already set up for it, right? Well, come to find out that with fiber, there's a box that's supposed to stay with the house, and it's like the house owns this box essentially. Well, when they moved out, they apparently took that box out and returned it. And so it has delayed the process because my account couldn't be set up because we had to switch from a self-install to a technician. I have no idea what happened. Every person I talked to was super annoying about it and generic, saying they couldn't do anything until my account was set up. And I was like, well, why isn't my account set up? I'm so confused, because if their end date was this date and my start date is the next day, and this was 5 days ago, this should not be an issue. Luckily, I finally got the nicest guy ever, and he was like, we are gonna figure this out for you. And he did. The technician came, we got internet, everything was great. And then the next day in the morning, the internet stopped working, and I was like, no. So lo and behold, had another technician out this morning. Everything appears to be good. We had to switch some things around. They put a new box in. I'm not having any issues since, but fingers crossed. So, internet. Moving, it just creates little pockets of things that pop up, and you just never know what you're gonna get. It's always something different. Every single move I've had, there's some sort of a glitch that just is outside the norm, and you can't predict this stuff. You just can't. Okay, so next one is from Monstrous Book of Savings. This is from Cash Budget Insights. I love these monsters. I don't know what it is about them, but they just bring me great joy. And it's calendar style, so January, February, March. I think I love the Lucky Charm guy. April, May, June, and July. So we are currently on July. We already finished all the fireworks. So we are just working on this roll and save part. So we have $40. I am trying to knock off these remaining items. We're getting to a point where it's getting harder and harder, so I'm just gonna pick 2 dice and then I'm just gonna roll them and see what happens. We'll kind of look at it either way. So normally I would pick like red is top, green is bottom, and then go by that. But we're just gonna kind of see whatever combination works for us. We're just gonna call it a win. So let's do, we got 5 and 5. Well, this one we don't even have to pick, but we already did it. So let's go again, 5 and 4. So I can do 5 and 4 or 4 and 5. 4 and 5 works. So we're gonna do this one. Fireworks are worth $10. So let's save our $10. We now have $30 left. 1 and 2. So I can't do 2 and 1, but I can do 1 and 2. And we got another firework, which is $10. Yes. If we get these other 2 fireworks, we're done. It's pretty much a go until all the fireworks are gone, or, you know, if it's the last one, you're gonna end up saving more money. 3 and 1. So 1 and 3 is gone. 3 and 1 is done. That one was a no-go. 6 and 1. So 6 and 1, 1 and 6. See how this is getting harder? I should just, I don't know. Maybe I just give up. 3 and 2 or 2 and 3. I can do either one. Let's go with, we said red was top, so we're 2 and 3. We're gonna do this little guy here. And this one, because it's not a firework, we add it together. So that's $5. 3 plus 2 is 5. So we're taking 5 away. I've just had all fireworks so far. 4 and 2. So we have 4 and 2. Or we have 2 and 4 and we can get a firework done. But I did say red was top. Do I play the game or not? I think we default to red. And then, so this is gonna be $6. I know I could have done the firework, but I feel like that's the fair thing to do. 2 and 1, 1 and 2, so those don't work. 3 and 5, that one works, and that's $8. So we're gonna subtract 8. That means I have $1 left. We are not risking it. There's nothing on here that would save me $1. So I do have this page, and I know you guys are like, you should have just taken that firework, but we're still in July, so we can settle down. It's okay. February, I did have this cute little box where I can color in a heart for $1. So let's color in one of the hearts and subtract our $1. And now we have spent all $40. We're okay with this. But it's just so cute. I don't even know what, July, August. Oh, look at August. We get to go to the beach. Beach day. Oh, December's cute. Cookies. Oh. All right, so let's save our $40 in our Monstrous book of savings. There we go. So far in this one, we have 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So 1,100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98. So $1,198. So we are getting closer and closer. It is July. This one doesn't have like an end number exactly. And so with this one, we actually could go over the $2,000 mark, which I feel like we're on track to do that. But the more we can save, the better. And it just gets $40 every single week, 40 to that one, 40 to the other, and it just works so well for me. Okay, let's do Life of a Pig. So with these now, the rest of these, I use that remaining $100, and I have it split between 5s and 1s today. Our first one to use for just all of our saving challenges for that 100 is going to be Life of a Pig Who Wants to Save. And this is from Marlene over at Snow Gardener 307. I am currently working towards a travel page. So what I've been doing is taking each page front and back and putting it towards a specific sinking fund. And I just kind of pick which sinking fund I want it to be as I go. I am getting so close to being done with this book. I have 3 pages left. I think I'm going to finish this one today because I just want to. I decided not to do my auntie binder today so that I can hopefully finish this page. I really want to get this done. So let's scratch and see what we get. So we got $4, and then we're gonna keep scratching. We got another $4. And $6. So far we're at $14 to save it today on this side. And then we'll flip to the back side and let's finish this out. So we have $2, $1, and we are gonna stuff this one, the candy bucket. I already scratched it off, but each emblem is $5. I messed up and thought this is where I started, not realizing the girl's at the top. Shame on me. But we're good to go. So $22 is going into here today, but we did finish it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and 1 and 2. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 1 and $2 is being saved. We are done with this one, and then next time we can start our second to last page in here, which, yay! So exciting. I am super excited about that. Which category should we save towards next time? Let's figure that out now. So like I said, each page I pick a different savings category. Home improvement, month ahead, which would be like my emergency fund, or new car. Let's do month ahead, because with my new living arrangement, it just is always good to have extra money saved in my month ahead / emergency fund. And yeah, I just feel like that's the way to go. But this money was going towards travel. And oh, we have to grab the rest of that money out of the envelope. So here we have Life of a Pig. Let's grab the rest of the money that was in there, and then we'll keep that for next time. Let's add our $22 into here. So we have 20, 40, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. So $104 is going towards my travel fund. So travel, 104. And you know what? Normally any finished savings challenge I would put into here with my other savings challenges, but because this one is going directly into travel and I have that as a sinking fund in my sinking fund binder, let's just go ahead and stuff the money right away. We are gonna get immediate satisfaction with finishing a savings challenge. So in here, my very first category is travel. Let's add our $104. So here we're gonna add 104. That means I have 336 plus 104. Ooh, $440, a nice even number, 440. All right, so we have $440 in our travel fund. Let's put the money actually in there. I have a lot of fives. I'm gonna have to condense this down. All right, let's make sure we have $440. 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 85, 95, 400, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. $440. Which is awesome. I am saving up to do a winter trip, and so any extra money in there, I do have a trip to Colorado in September, but that one's already paid for. So now I'm working on saving for a winter trip, hopefully in January. I do plan to go to Florida at some point, but it'd be extra amazing if I could do like an all-inclusive like beach vacation too. So we have high goals. Travel is just so important to me, and so it has always been a priority, and yeah, it's what I love saving for. Okay, next is gonna be Taco Tuesday, and so this is a savings challenge from Ren and Champagne. So Ren at Mischief Managed Budgets, Champagne at Champagne's Corner. And every single Tuesday, I save whatever the calendar date is as a dollar amount throughout the whole year. So we did January, February, March, all the months, right? Let's get down to July, which is the month that we're currently in. And this past Tuesday was the 22nd. And so we are saving $22 in our Taco Savings Challenge binder. So let's color in 22 and then save 22, 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, and 2. And let's add the $22 into our envelope here. So far we have saved 200, 300, 50, 70, 90, 5, 400, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 6, 7. So $427 is saved so far. When this is done, I will have $806 saved, which is so cool. But we just keep going. Every single week, I do one number, and yeah, at the end of the year, 800 bucks. Will it go to travel? Probably, or will it go to something else? Depends on my needs, but it's $800 that I don't have designated that I can designate later what I want to use it for. So next is our roll and save, and this one is just so fun. It comes with all these dice. It's from Kimmy over at Beijing Girl Budgets. She goes by Kimmy's Budgets on Etsy, but it comes with all these different color dice. This binder is from Ren, so the binder is separate, but I love how it works together. But these cards in here, these are from Kimmy, and it's these cute little paint splatters. They're different colors. I just think this concept is so fun. And all these dice correlate with the color of the card. And so what we're going to do is we're going to roll all the die at the same time. And then we save the dollar amount that is rolled on this card. So whatever pink rolls, if it rolls a 1, I'll save $1. So let's go see what happens. Woo! All right, kind of middle of the road today. So pink was travel. It gets $2 today, so we will save $2. What I do is I do this for 4 weeks in a row, and at the end I will count everything up and move it over to my revolving sinking funds. But for these, like the first 3 rounds, I just write the number, stuff the money, and I move on. Orange is 2, so we're gonna save $2 for fun money. And I've just really loved this way. All of the funds in here are like essentially revolving sinking funds for me. And so it is categories. Green is puppy, $3. That I am constantly adding money, taking money out, etc. And maybe next year I'll revamp it, because like puppy, I just have been saving. I'm not really taking money out. So maybe that doesn't need to be in there, and then I switch out another one, like clothes can move over. The nice thing is I can change this at any time if I wanted to. But for now, I've just kind of kept it these categories, and just, it works for me. Bestie Day gets $5. That's a good amount for Bestie Day. Bestie Day is literally money set aside to spend with my best friend. So sometimes we do trips, sometimes we just go out for dinner, sometimes we do like different art activities and stuff like that. It's just money set aside that's budgeted for to hang out with friends. Self-care gets $5. This is really for massages, and I need a massage so bad. I am not kidding when I say that, like, getting in and out of bed is so hard, and like rolling over, all I feel are like aches and pains and like cracks of my back, because I'm just sore from like moving heavy boxes and unpacking and cleaning and doing all the things. Moving is a lot. Costco gets 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's just a lot. Okay. I always think it's funny, like the younger kids, like college agey, young adult, early 20s. I had certain color cousins. So this is purple, 3 for kids activities. And every single year, I feel like they moved every year. And I would send out Christmas cards, 1, 2, 3. And I'd have to reach out to them and be like, hey, what's your current address? Because I need to send you a card. And, you know, but I knew that they moved every single year. And I like look at it now as my 41-year-old self, exhausted, going, how in the heck? But they have that youth energy going for them. 3 for car maintenance. 1, 2, 3. But I can imagine like every single year moving. I don't know. I'm just old, I think. But they would do it like 3, 4 years in a row, and then they kind of get settled in, and you know, eventually they buy a house or end up staying in their rental for longer periods of time. And then it's nice because I'm like, I have your address now for a while. But some of them every single year. Granted, they don't tend to have as much stuff either. And moving really does help you like clear out things that you don't need. There's so much stuff where I'm like, yep, I'm good without it. Like I have not touched this in the last year since the last time I moved, and I obviously don't need it. If I haven't touched it, I don't need it. That's how I feel. All right, roll and save is done. Now, are there times that you do regret that and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I wish I had that one thing? Yeah, it happens. But 99% of the time, you don't need it. All right, in a world of corn dogs, in a world full of wieners, be a corn dog. I love this challenge. It's from Liz over at Liz and Les. This is one of her old school ones. I have the Minnesota State Fair coming up. I want to start saving for that. This requires a lot of money, and so I am kind of being intentional about going a little bit harder on this one. It saves $150, and I don't need $150, but I do want to try to use this to save for something. And I'm just inspired by the fair. But honestly, by the time I finish this, the fair may be done. I don't know. It's end of August. So we're kind of end of July. I don't see myself getting this done in 4 weeks, but we're going to do the best we can. So 5, 10, 15. Let's do 15 today and do one of these yucky mustard ones. Blech. I know people are very picky on like, are you a ketchup person? Are you a mustard person? I love ketchup. I know, I just am that person. I put ketchup on my hot dogs. I put ketchup on my brats. I put ketchup on my corn dogs. Mustard, never. I am not a mustard person, but I know people love it. So we got to honor them. But you can tell because I picked, so at the time, Liz made 2 versions. She made Team Ketchup and Team Mustard. If you were Team Ketchup, there was lots of ketchupy ones for $5 and less for Team Mustard. And mustard was sad, ketchup was happy. If you were Team Mustard, you'd have all these as mustard being happy and then the ketchup being the sad one. I am Team Ketchup. But we had our little plain Jane here, and then now we have our little mustard guy. We have to call him Colonel, right? Colonel Mustard. It only makes sense. So let's call him Colonel Mustard. And I think I was making these all like fair workers. So if you're a colonel, I feel like you're at a certain status. You're like a director of something. I feel like Colonel Mustard is in charge of the bands, the parade, right? Like he is putting on the parade. He is telling everyone where to go. He wants organization. Things have to go in order and on time. That is Colonel Mustard. Do I like parades? Yes. Do I like mustard? No. Do I like this Colonel guy? Absolutely. He's adorable. All right, so we should have $25 now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 towards our 150. In a world full of wieners, be a corn dog. Just, it's so cute. So cute. Okay, next we have if the world was flat, cats would have knocked us off by now. Oh my gosh, those sassy things. Okay. I did each icon is $5. I think each of these are icons. So I think I'm just saving $5 every week and we're just going to see what I get. All right, so it looks like we got some earbuds. So the cat wants to play with yarn and earbuds. And yeah, we're just going to save $5. So we're at $10 so far. And this was from Scrub Sparrow Saves. Like, can we finish this one? I know I should do this, but I feel like finishing this. Let's see how much money we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. And I think it was 7 to finish this one. 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I do it or not? Do I do it or not? No, just keep going in order, Tracy. Let's see what we get on this one. If I get a 3, I am destined to finish that other one. This is from Budget with Carly. It is the cutest savings challenge. Let's see what we get. 7. Okay, I was destined to do a 7, right? I just thought maybe it would go the other way, but you know, 7 for this one is just fine too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that is too funny. So we saved 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. So $22, and it saves $40 when it's done. We are over halfway. Oh, that's so funny. Let's put our marker on here, and we will start here next time with bonfire budgets. But I do want to put that $3 into here. I can do the 2 and the 1 just so we're closer to finishing it. And next week then all we need is a 4 and it's done. 1 and 2. So let's add our $3. Bada bing, bada boom. And all we have left is 4. So 20, 40, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2. 72. I don't mind the 70. Somehow I thought it added up to 70, but who knows what happened. All right, that's all we got for today. Next week we will start with bonfire budgets. Then we have our most wanted bird and the seasons. Oh, and the birthday one, I think we can finish that one, hopefully. We're like getting down there on a lot of these, and I love that because I love being able to finish challenges and then stuffing that money into my sinking funds. And also it's just fun to refresh and put new challenges in there. Okay, we are done for the day, guys. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.